James Cannon and Suzanne Bamborough on BBC Surrey.
Well, I've just had the look of, that's nice.
Oh my, there's an amazing smell. Or should I say aroma has filled the studio.
I know. It's a new aftershave.
No,
I
it's
thought,
not you.
Oh, right.
It's the smell of chocolate. Plenty of it in the studio this morning. Why? Because we're also joined in the studio by husband and wife, and is it Angeli?
Angeli, yes.
Angeli and Gavin Healy from Epsom, who've been given a government loan to help them with their chocolate business.
Hey, who doesn't want to get into this?
Can you do the talking and I'll do the
Go
trying?
on, you have a sip.
Yeah.
This all started as a hobby then?
Yeah.
It was a few years ago, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, whose hobby was it first? Go on.
That was mine.
Oh, really? Okay, so what was the original hobby?
It started with a question. We looked at the ingredients packet of a packet of coffee. It says, in here's some coffee. And then we looked at chocolate. And there's like 10, 15 ingredients. And we thought, what would happen if you treated the cocoa bean like a coffee bean? What would it taste like? And it tastes like this. We think it's stunning. So we just started making it at home.
Hang on. So literally, you were looking at the ingredients and thought, okay. And so what, did you go out and buy beans and just that?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the phrase you might have needed at the time to have got out a little bit more might have helped out.
Still do. We're thrilled to be here. Thanks for having us. We'll just hang out.
Where do you buy the beans from then? Can any of us just go and try and get hold of them?
You can get them in Whole Food stores. There are catering suppliers as well, which we get ours from.
Tastes different. It
Right.
tastes completely different to
Yeah.
any other drinking chocolate I've ever had.
Exactly. That's the point, because it's coming from the whole bean, and what we've become accustomed to growing up is highly processed.
Yeah.
It's such a highly processed product.
Is this
and
just chocolate?
it's a whole cacao
water.
bean. This is our Mayan recipe, so it has almonds in it, cinnamon, it has cane sugar, and then cacao bean, and we just make it by adding water.
It almost tastes alcoholic.
Well, we
It's
add
got like a kick.
Yeah.
Like that film Choclatl, yeah.
Yeah. And it releases serotonins, endorphins. I mean, we know, well, hopefully everyone knows about the amazing properties and benefits of cacao. But it's a great alternative to espresso or...
So I want to know what's going on in your kitchen, because this has all been happening in your kitchen. Describe what that must be like for you.
Maison du chocolat.
It's bonkers sometimes.
Yeah.
It really is bonkers. So we get cases and cases of. I mean, it started as a hobby, but it's grown up. We've got quite a few suppliers now, and we can make up to a quarter of a ton at a weekend.
A ton?
Yeah,
Quarter of a ton, yeah.
Quarter of a ton?
Yeah.
In our little kitchen.
Right, so you live in so you're literally doing this from home?
Yes, around school runs and everything
my
else, working every minute we can.
Wow, you're a crazy couple.
We're bonkers.
Right, so it's called A&G Choclatl.
Choclatl.
Choclatl, sorry.
Chocolate. Well, the
Chocolate
choclatl is we've taken that as a direct translation from ancient Mayan. So it's literally the words okal and atl, which translate to chocolate plus
Can we
water.
talk through the process? Because it's like, I like people like their different coffees. Some people like espresso. I quite like an Americano, or at home we've got a filter coffee thing. How do we make your chocolate? What do you do?
Well, we at the moment you have a block and you boil it up and you add water. But we're going to launch it as a ready-made. So you can have it chilled or you can have it hot. You can add alcohol. We often add rum or any dark spirits.
You do.
I want to come and live in your house.
But like the comparisons to coffee, you can have it as a latte. So if you like lots of milk, then, add milk.
And you've got some big orders on this so far, haven't you?
Yeah, Ocado.
We're lined. So we entered a competition. Ocado ran a competition to become their next top supplier, and we got to the last 5, and then they said, you really can't make this at home. But they said once you're organised and sorted out, then come back and see us.
So this startup loan, will that enable that to happen?
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
I mean, we would never be in this position if the startup loan initiative didn't exist, and certainly for Virgin Startup, I mean, we met them and they've supported us so much along the way.
I've got
we're very
your
grateful.
pitch in front of me, and there's a very gorgeous little boy there with a chocolate moustache. Look at that! Look at that, Jose. Is that one of yours?
Yeah, it's a family business. So we're all Oompa Loompas.
So you've got the money, 20 grand.
Yep.
So what's that? Now you're looking for premises, or what's the idea? Where do you go from now?
Well, we need a machine, so we'll get the machine. We're looking for a partner, a factory partner, basically. So we don't want to get our own factory. We want partners to do it, and we're going to spend the money buying the ingredients.
Oh, right,
Ingredients,
And turn
equipment,
it into
and
a
factories.
drink.
Yeah, because I suppose other people can do that bit for you until you grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, I've just had a couple of mouthfuls of this. This is almost like a shot glass.
Yes.
News editors in,
Yeah,
trying
there we
some.
go.
Here we go.
So how?
Very nice.
This is quite strong, and I couldn't drink a huge amount of
No.
it, and it's very nice and all of that stuff. Is there a sort of, because we're all used to sort of, the powdered chocolate in either in the microwave or a bit of milk, and then I don't know, a mugful.
Yeah.
Is that what's the sort of
It's
the
like
way
a-
it
it's
should
like
be done?
Angeli said, where we want to make this the equivalent of an espresso.
Right. Okay.
And from here you can add water or add milk or add whatever you want. But it's the concentrate thing that you buy, and then you can customise yourself.
I'm looking at your flavours in development. Chili. I can imagine this with a bit of chili and all.
the
that
right
would be-
chili.
mm.
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. Look, what have you? So do you spend your whole time just coughing in the kitchen? It's had too much chili in that
No,
one.
actually eating our stock.
Oh really? Oh goodness, that's the thing,
I
isn't
know
it?
it is a drinking chocolate, but I do find myself eating.
And we should
Eating
say
right.
it's dairy-free, gluten-free, additive-free.
Yeah.
So for everybody who's got food intolerances as well, we've got a few of them in the office, haven't we? They can all have some of this as well.
Absolutely.
All right, so look, it's great news so far, but you're almost like we're talking to you here on the cusp of it really. We're at the bottom of the graph, really. Hopefully, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Is it?
Yeah.
Sort are you both working as well as as this on the? Is this on the side at the moment?
Yeah, I have a full-time job. I'm a chef up in town,
Oh wow!
and Angeli's bringing up our children.
And running the,
And-
any minute we've got literally is for the hobby.
And then you still make like a ton of chocolate on
Quarter
the
of a ton.
weekend.
So yeah, as you say, we are at the bottom. We are ambitious, but actually, it's going to be up to the British public and anyone who'd like to try it, and we'll see how far it goes. I mean, it'll take its own
It's an
course.
adventure.
All right, so here we are now. We were lucky to have tasted it in the studio. If somebody wanted to try your product, where can they get A&G right now then?
And we've had to even close our shop.
Oh, really?
unfortunately. Yeah, online. But we're literally months away from launching nationwide. We've mentioned Ocado, so they're on our radar amongst others. So it won't be long. I'd like to suggest to Ocado that every driver has a flask of our Choclatl and either gives it to every customer and has a swig himself. But yeah, it's trying to share it. We did the BBC Good Food shows for 2 consecutive years, and when we had BBC Good Food Champions, we had queues at the door. We sold out. It was the typical apprentice moments.
Well, it was the chocolate that had the queue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should say though, you're on Twitter, aren't you? Which
Yeah.
is at Choclatl Beanies, and you're also on Facebook, which is A&G Choclatl as well.
Well, can we stay in touch just to see, because this is going to be an interesting journey, and plus, the fact, there's chocolate involved.
Our plan is to get this out to as many people as we can before winter. And
Oh, right, okay.
We'd love to come back and
Yeah.
once we've
Oh,
got
do
it.
you know
We'll
what?
keep you
when it's nice and
replenished.
cold.
If anyone deserves success, it's you guys. You are the nicest couple. I've
No,
ever
look
met.
at that. Oh, look. Oh, look. Oh.
I'll burst into tears.
She says that to everyone, to be quite frank.
No, I do not.
But look, we wish you every success. Let's stay in touch, and maybe let's regroup in the autumn. Shall we just say, Leslie McCabe, go on down it.
Sorry,
Just have a little
Have a
tape.
little bit.
Yeah, go on. This Leslie will be on with travel in a moment. What do you think?
That's a bit special.
Oh, there you go. Look, there you
Thank
go.
you. We'll have to soundbite that. Thank you.
Oh, nice to meet you guys.
We'll be back with the frost.
Oh, excellent,
Yeah.
brilliant. It's BBC Surrey at 7:33 the time.